with the black shorts and socks. It's the red and black hoop shirts of Flamengo. In the early stages of this game, they are off and underway. Some good early possession from the home side in the early stages of this contest. At the back with Trasoldi, Royan Trasoldi, the 26-year-old, on loan from Sassuolo in Italy, former Grêmio player. Chance to get forward Macon. Macon finding Coelho. Coelho has come over to the left-hand side for starters. He can play on either wing, as can Bernard. Looks like Bernard is starting over on the right. Whether they'll swap over on a casual basis or will they stick with their guns, we'll wait and see. Macon in the midfield just slows things down, gets it back to the defender Vitor Hugo. Korai Pescini, the young 18-year-old defender. To say he's in today, big night for him. Renan Lodi out suspended for this game after being sent off last week. Haven't seen much of the ball so far, Flamengo. So early doors in this game so far. It's out to the left-back position, and Sandro just eases it inside for Pereira. It's a neat touch from Everton Rocco, and into the feet of Plata. Plata turning one way, then the other. It's Arrascata, Jorge Arrascata, all the way back to Ortiz, back into the midfield again for Rocco. This is better from Flamengo. Are a strong physical side, but they're up against a strong physical side today as well in Europe. So certainly going to be a tough ask for Flamengo to just come here and win. And well, that was a strange one. Victor Hugo went to clear it away. It smashes against the heels of, against the shins rather, of Nathaniel, and deflects back to the goalkeeper, Augustin Rossi. Free kick to Maniero in their own half. If you're just joining us, 4 changes for Atletico Maniero today. For Flamengo, there is no Lucas Paquetá. Jorginho coming back in to the midfield in his place. Here come Maniero, wide by Franco, the Ecuadorian international, who will be going to the World Cup with Ecuador. He'll be playing against England as well. To the feet of the front man, Casiaro gets it out wide, but there's no one really there. It's a gentle job back for Sandro, and he does manage to fend off Bernard's presence and trickles behind for a goal kick. Atletico Maniero 0, Flamengo 0 is the scoreline here. And, we've played a grand total of 8 minutes so far. Here's a big opportunity for Flamengo just to close that gap. Without a win here tonight, they would be left without being in touching distance of Palmeiras. This is their game in hand. They're 6 behind. Elsewhere tonight, just kicked off here, and in the game between Fluminense and Chapecoense, still 0-0 in the early stages of that match. 8 minutes gone here. It's a long ball into the penalty area. It's towards Pedro, and Pedro's got a chance in on goal, and Flamengo take the lead. Well, it was as simple as that, and the travelling army of Flamengo fans can celebrate because their side take the lead. And it's Pedro again, his 8th goal of the season, his 6th in the league, and he made it look so easy. He points to the gods above, and it's the perfect start for Flamengo. It was down the left-hand side, and Sandro plays it inside. Arrascata spots the run into the penalty area. It's pulled across, and it is the simplest of tap-ins from Samuel Lino's cross. Well, that's what he's there for, Lino, providing the ammunition. And that's what he's there for, Pedro, burying the ammunition that's provided to him. And it worked a treat there in every aspect. Pedro with a goal, Lino with the assist. Flamengo lead 1-0. And the title race is still very much blown open. Well, VAR will check that. I don't think he's offside, but I have to be honest, when I looked at the replay just now, I didn't pay utter attention, but it felt like he was onside, and VAR has quickly wrapped that up as the same conclusion. The goal is given, it's 1-0, and Mineiro find themselves trailing here. They knocked Flamengo out of the Copa Sudamericana last season, 2-1 on aggregate. That was back in August of last year. First leg was 1-1-0 here. They went to Flamengo, drew 1-1. They then met in the league at Flamengo, drew 1-1. So the last two meetings between these two have ended all square at 1-1. A wrestling match involving Alexandro. And the experienced left back has bundled his opponent to the ground. And with that comes the free kick. It's a fantastic stadium here, the Arena at Marbury. Very well supported club, Mineiro, not to the levels of Flamengo. Nevertheless, well supported. In it comes, it's cleared away and returned back into the penalty area by Thomas Coelho. It didn't really have any control in the volley that came back in, and it flew beyond everyone and out for a goal kick. Flamengo ahead through Pedro early on here. Let's go. Difference between the two sides since we... It's the 12th minute of the game. He's been scoring goals for fun as Pedro this season. 28-year-old former Fiorentina player. He's scored over 100 goals now for the club. He just keeps on scoring. Former Fluminense player as well. Valera trying to play the ball forward. It was Jorginho that got tangled up there, and does come off of an opponent. And well, I thought it was a throw-in to Flamengo. The assistant referee says no, it's a throw-in to Mineiro. So Mineiro get the benefit of the officials' doubt. Not sure the referee was too wise to it. And for the return on the right-hand side and playing it back inside. This is really good. Nathaniel has gone careering down the right-hand side. Needs a good cross. Chips it across to the left-hand side. And this is Coelho who hits one. It's on target. First time they've hit the target tonight. Atletico-Mineiro. It was straight down the throat of Agustin Rossi, the Argentine. And the former Boca and El Nasser goalkeeper. Very experienced goalkeeper at 30 years of age. Very big goalkeeper as well. Just takes it in his stride. He's able to deal with it. So 1-0 here if you're just joining us late. An early goal in the opening 10 minutes by the prolific Pedro has Flamengo ahead. And it really was a simple goal. The cross by Lino, the tuck in by Pedro. It's just very basic. It was the type of goal you just love to see your team score when your winger gets a good cross in and your centre forward is in the right place at the right time to put the ball in the net. That's really the difference between the two sides. Here's Jorginho playing it forward down this near side to Plata. Plata with a step over, trying to shake off Macon. Has to go backwards to do so though. Leo Ortiz across the back line via Pereira. Here's Emerson Arroco, who's dropped into the back line just for now. Ortiz again. Smarting inside. Jorginho gets it out wide. That's a good ball. Off he goes once more. Alexandro. It back. This is Morocco. Jorginho carefully out wide from Jorginho, the Italian international. One of the players that has bundles of experience but won't be going to the World Cup this year. Italy not in it. Back out to Ortiz, who whips it out to the left-hand side. It's just about kept in play by Lino. Heads it back to Sandro. Good possession this, Jorginho. Flamengo looking to steer themselves into a clear 2-goal lead if they can possibly, and it was into the feet of Gonzalo Plata, who was in the area but couldn't get past his man. So with that, the goal kick goes the way of Mineiro. Well, they've got what they want here, Flamengo, and it's a nice early goal to settle the nerves. Mineiro have had an indifferent start to the season. When they've been poor, they've been poor. When they've been good, they've been good. Yeah, not really giving much of a challenge at the moment to Flamengo. One shot on target, which was easily dealt with by Flamengo goalkeeper Agustin Rossi. Flamengo with a win would go within 3 points of Palmeiras, and it's heating up nicely at the top. Further 2 points back, Fluminense. They're currently 0-0. It's Chapecoense at home. A game they've been expected to win in Maracanã. Here's a run by Eric Descartes. He gets into the penalty area. He shoots. It's a really good save by the goalkeeper. Doesn't quite come to Plata. Cleared away in a hurry by Corey Peschini. It's a good hold-up play by Victor Hugo. He's then bundled to the ground. Referee says no foul. Can't believe that's not a foul, but it's not. It's gone out wide to this near side. Nathaniel into the box. Runs into traffic. There does Pedro. And he'll be brought away by Coelho. Quickly over to the right-hand side. But they've got to wake up a little bit here, Mineiro. Before they know it, they could be 2-0 down and really chasing the side of the mountain. Here's Coelho into the penalty area. It's good play by Coelho, but he's got back up there. There's Valero in Everton and Rocco. And Everton and Rocco is such a good screen for that back line. He's a real good holding midfielder, but he's good with the ball at his feet as well. Alan Franco for Mineiro. Goes backwards into the centre circle of Hugo. Back out to the right-hand side again. Nathaniel rather, and Bernard. Exchanging passes. Here is Bernard. Comes inside. Can he get the cross in? He's all right-footed. Chips it up towards the 6-yard box. It's too high for Casiero, and it's easy for goalkeeper Rossi. Well, they'd be quite happy if it finished as it was now, 1-0 and 0-0. Would put them 2 points ahead of their great rivals in Rio. Fluminense share the same stadium, the wonderful Maracanã. Flamengo won the recent derby against Fluminense in what was effectively an away game. Played out wide here by Jorginho, putting the strings in the midfield. Back inside again to Alexandro. Now to the right-hand side, Valera. Gentle jog forward from him, and a long ball into the path of Everton and Rocco, who's joined in on this attack. And now the overlap from Sandro into the feet of Scatta. Scatta gets the cross in. And, easy for Everton to come sliding out and grab the ball from the cross from Plata. Despite a decent enough start to the season, they did sack their manager. With these sides reaching finals of major competitions in South America last year. Penalty defeat in the final against Lanús in the Copa Sudamericana. They're going to go one better this time. Atletico Mineiro. Flamengo, of course, winning Copa Libertadores. does guarantee them a place at the next Club World Cup, which is where they were just under a year ago. There is a break in play here. There's an injury to the Mineiro goalkeeper Everson. And he comes sliding out and gathered the ball a couple of moments ago. I just wondered if he's landed awkwardly. Just have a look at that Coelho shot a couple of minutes ago. He a quick attack by Mineiro. He's got forward on the left-hand side pretty quickly. He's gone to go for a shot. There's two defenders in front of him. They both stick a leg out. They both manage to, between them, block it. But he does ping up in the air and hit the defender on the arm. Nothing given, nothing deliberate. And then looking at the scatter chance a few moments ago. Managed to rifle the shot in towards goal. It was a super save from Augustin Rossi. Down the strong left hand. Still 0-0 between Fluminense and Chapecoense. The longer it stays that way, the happier Flamengo will be. Chapecoense head coach is Eduardo Dominguez. His black shirt, his grey slacks today. Just hands in pockets. It's on the left-hand side for Atletico Mineiro. Back inside from Pascini. That's with Juan Tresoldi, on loan from Sassuolo in Italy. Juan Tresoldi again gets it out wide. There's plenty of room for Nathaniel to run into. Now Franco to Macon. Macon trying to urge his team forward. Back out wide once more. Bernard. Macon again. This time it's backwards. Hugo. We've got Vitor Hugo and Victor Hugo in the starting lineup tonight of Mineiro. 4 changes for them. It's down the left-hand side. Can they get the cross in through Pasquini? Well, they can't, but it's going to be a corner. Came off of Guillermo Valera. Record of 7-2-2 at the moment, Flamengo. Mineiro in the mid-table. 4-2-6 is their record. It looks like it's going to be an almighty battle for survival down at the bottom. Santos currently in the bottom 4, which is a big shock, but still a long way to go. Everyone's won a game. Remo at bottom, Chapecoense currently 0-0 away at Fluminense, a 1 off the bottom. Then it's Mirasol, then Santos. In fact, Mineiro only out of the bottom 4 on goal difference at the moment. If they were to lose by 2 tonight, then they would drop into that relegation zone. And the corner comes in, and the goalkeeper came rushing out there, Augustin Rossi, and completely missed it. It's gone all the way through to the other side. The cross comes in from Corre Pascini, and that was straight into the arms of Augustin Rossi. There's a good spell of pressure at the moment from Atletico Mineiro. Towards the edge of the penalty area, Franco. Yet to score this season, Franco gets it out wide. There's Coelho, lots of pointing. Let's get it again now. Coelho. Back to Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo twisting and turning and trying to get rid of Ayrton Arocco. No Renan Lodi tonight for Atletico Mineiro. He is suspended. No Hulk tonight. He's been left out of the group completely. He's got a niggle. Paquetá missing through injury as well for Flamengo. Long ball out towards Lino on the left-hand side. Jockeying him and jockeying to great effect was Nathaniel. What he didn't bargain on there was Bernard coming in and doubling up and just taking him out from behind. And that's exactly what happened. So a free kick to Flamengo, just outside the penalty area, wide on the left-hand side. It's a chance to bring the big guns forward. It's been put down by Georgiende Alasketa. Needs a good delivery, it really does. Alasketa punched away by the goalkeeper Everson when perhaps a catch might have been a better option. It doesn't matter, he got good distance on the punch, that's all that's important. If you're going to punch it well, and he did. Scatter again, number 10 role. He's a very influential player, Scatter. The general feeling was that he wears the number 10 shirt, but he's down on the team sheet as number 14, but he's wearing number 10 today, which is slightly confusing. I keep glancing and thinking, is that Georgie Alasketa? Well, the answer is yes, it is. The team sheet sometimes lies. And it has tonight. Flamengo leading here by a goal to nil. A prolific Pedro with the goal in the opening 10 minutes, and they've been the better side so far. Atletico Mineiro keen not to lose by more than one goal tonight, otherwise they would drop into the relegation zone. It is a tight bundle down at the bottom. This is a wonderful stadium they've got here. They don't want this place surrendering top flight status. Cut out the back by Pasquini. He's sent tumbling to the floor by Valera, and Valera is going to be the recipient of the very first yellow card of the night. Back sliding in, very nearly got the ball, but just an inch short. Got the ankle of the player as he landed short. So Nathaniel gets that yellow card. Turn. Good play that from Victor Hugo. You've got to look to him to try and link up between midfield and forward line. Ball into the box. It was a very good leap by Casiero, and the referee's given a free kick for the climbing from Casiero. He wasn't happy that he had his hands on the defender when he had his hands around the neck of Leo Ortiz. Half time. It's still a little way off, but we've played 28 minutes so far here. Another foul over on the far side, this time from Bernard, tripping up Alex Sandro. So a free kick towards the right hand side. Ortiz comes back inside again to Pereira. Lots of Perenenza. And it needs A little bit of an up the ante from the home side. They haven't really got their teeth into this game yet. It's been disappointing. I think that early goal certainly didn't help things. Here they come, looking for an equaliser maybe. Victor Hugo. It's wide from Macon. And there's a drill towards goal, and the goalkeeper got down, and well, he got enough on it. It was hit by Nathaniel on the right-hand side. It was a low blockbuster of a shot from the edge of the box on the angle, took a deflection, goalkeeper got down. And went away to his right and pushed it away to his left, across his own body and behind for a corner. Needs must, unconventional, but does the job. Let's come up to the half-hour mark. Here comes the corner. Flash towards goal. Now, did that cross the line? No, says the referee. Everyone in black and white stripes has their arms in the air. It rattled the crossbar and went down, but did it cross the line? The referee says no. The assistant says no. Nathaniel gets it wide. We'll get to have another look at that in a minute. Let's park it for a second. Long ball into the box, and then a floppy header by Coelho. Drops wide. But that was so unlucky from Ruan Tresoldi. Rose up, then in, off the line and out. It didn't cross the line. Great header. It came back down, and the touch from the goalkeeper probably sparing Flamengo conceding. As it comes down, it brushes off the leg of the man on the line, which is Alex Sandro, and he was lucky. He could have easily hit his kneecap and gone in. That was very, very lucky for Flamengo. But here they come looking for a second, and they've got it. And that's a wonderful goal from Gonzalo Plata. Oh, that's a kick in the teeth for Mineiro, who hit the underside of the bar, and 30 seconds later they find themselves 2-0 down. Brilliant goal from Gonzalo Plata. It's an individual moment of brilliance from the Ecuadorian winger, and he sends the travelling Flamengo fans into raptures here at the Arena Amavre. Great breakaway. And this is where he gets the ball, literally on the halfway line, has a run at the defender, gets away from Corey Paschini inside into a central position and curls it beyond the reach of the goalkeeper and into the corner. Terrific goal this from Gonzalo Plata. And he's played in Europe for Sporting Lisbon, he's played in Europe for Valladolid in Spain, helping them to promotion. But this is what it's all about. Superb finishing. And Gonzalo Plata makes it 2-0. 25-year-old scoring. And Flamengo are dancing. Leading 2-0 here. Just what they needed. Moments after the home side had hit the bar. Both sides won in the Copa do Brasil last week, 2-1 wins. Chiara beaten here by Mineiro. Flamengo 2-1 winners at home to Vitória in the early stages of that competition. Flamengo 2-0 up here. The last two meetings have ended 1-1. There's one ended 1-1 now. In fear for Mineiro, this is a result that would send them spiralling down into the bottom four. The bottom four go down, remember. No repeats in playoffs, no get out of jail free cards. It's the bottom four goes down, end of story. And what's Flamengo climb ever closer to the early pace setters. Palmeiras. Here's a result here that, well, 2-0 does keep them on virtue of goal averages out of the relegation zone, but if they were to concede one more, it would be a bitter pill to swallow. -3 now, starting the evening on -1. So, corner to Meñero. What can they get back here just before half-time? Ball into the box, up goes Casero. Can't get any touch on it. It's back out wide again to the left-hand side. Pasquini winning a throw-in off of Lino, who's playing as a right-back, the left winger at the moment. Part of the modern day flexibility of a player. Franco. Now it's with Ruan. On the far side now, Tanyol. Going back to Ruan again. That would make a huge difference in the neutrality of this game if they could get a second, could get a goal back to make it 2-1 before half-time. 10 minutes to go to half-time. It's not good form at the moment. Lost their last two of Meñero. Quickly shaping up into an intriguing battle down at the bottom. Does look as if that bottom three, all on single points, Remo, Chapecoense and Mirasol, are going to leak into the second tier unless they're careful. Santos currently in the bottom three. Another goal for Flamengo here, and Santos would climb out of that bottom three and be replaced by Flamengo's opponents here tonight, Meñero, the hosts. They'll be conceding the third before half-time, but they're on the front foot at the moment. Solid defending by Alexandro. Flag has gone up, so it will be a free kick to Flamengo, who lead here by 2-0 in the Brasileira Serie A. Remo losing at home to Cruzeiro earlier today. Come Flamengo looking for more into the penalty area. It's cleared away with relative ease. Palmeiras 1-0 winners against Bragantino away from home. It's really kept them in a steady position at the top. They had a team to beat. Bragantino away, not an easy place to go. They're up in the top 10 at the moment. Plays it into the midfield. Chance to get forward for Victor Hugo in that number 10 role. Back to the left-hand side again. Now Tanyol loves to get forward in the right-back position, Tanyol, but it's really difficult to do so too often tonight. Taking it in the midfield for Flamengo is Gonzalo Plato, who's just scored an absolute cracker of a goal to make it 2-0. Run from the halfway line, cutting inside, steadying himself and picking the moment just outside the penalty area to curl home number 2 to add to the early goal from Pedro. He's been rifling in the goals this season, 6-0 and 12, scoring every other game. That's a good return. If you've got strikers scoring goals and in form, then you're halfway there, they say. Lino on the left-hand side. Checks back to Jorginho. Reverse backwards by Aroca. 8 minutes to go to half-time. need a little bit of an inspiration of some sort here, do Mineiro. They are in serious trouble, of serious risk of losing their status as a top flight club if they continue to nosedive precariously away from the safety in Serie A, but they are on the attack at the moment. I think they've got enough in them to stay up, but they are into the penalty area at the moment. It's a good run. Cross is stopped at source by Valera, behind for a corner. Comes a corner, headed up in the air. It's a good header as well from Leo Ortiz, and there was a clash right behind the referee's back, which has left a Flamengo player prostrate on the floor. It's Samuel Lino. So it's clattered into by Joao Pascini. Teenager went in forcefully there and wiped out Lino. Still 0-0 between Fluminense and Chapecoense, which would be good news in the title fight at the top for Flamengo. So a good evening for them so far. This is an injury that stunned Lino. He's on the ground and feels a bit dazed at the moment. Sorry for himself. It's up on his haunches. Not too many stoppages at the first half so far. For one that for Lino. I'm sure he was expecting Pascini to come crashing in from behind him. Look at the race at the top, 32 points in at the top are Palmeiras. Cut the lead down to 6 points, Flamengo. Palmeiras winning the earlier game. It is now 6 points, the gap to 9 points. It will be down to 6 again, but they do have a game in hand after that. Fluminense have played a game more, so it does begin to feel like a two-horse race. Flamengo have a game in hand, and Sao Paulo in 4th place as well, and also a game in hand on Paranense, who are riding high at the moment in 5th. Mineiro could only wish that they were up at that end of the table. It's not the case at the moment. Mineiro trailing here at home 2-0. 4 wins from their 13 matches so far. Looks like they're headed to another home defeat here. The penalty area is Maycon. Trips it inside to Victor Hugo. Can't find a way to knock it beyond that back line of 4. It's been deflected back to this near side. It last came off of a Mineiro player, and it will be a throw-in to Flamengo. Well, he's got plenty to think about now. There's Eduardo Dominguez, the head coach of Mineiro. His side nose-diving towards the bottom 4. Well, haven't scored that wonderful goal. Gonzalo Prato is quickly stopped by Victor Hugo. Shy of half-time. Samuel Lino just recovered from that knock a few minutes ago. Leo Ortiz lays it off to Valera. Plata. Back into Ortiz again. Pereira. It's around the corner. And Everton, Morocco. Sent sprawling to the ground again is Lino. Some rough treatment. This time, challenge from behind. It's flattened him. It was Vitor Hugo. Free kick to Flamengo. Foul on Georgian de Arrascaeta. Shot from a long way out, and the goalkeeper had to be agile there. Everson, it was a long way out, and it was moving in the air. Splendid hit from Samuel Lino. Goalkeeper had to reach up and tip it over the crossbar. Great agility from Everson. Otherwise, that would have been 3-0. Still 0-0 between Fluminense and Chapecoense. If it stay that way, that would be good news for Flamengo. As that title race begins to look like a two-horse race. Palmeiras against Flamengo. Copa Libertadores does rather hog up their schedule in the coming weeks. Flamengo, as they take a corner here, and it's been cleared away by Vitor Hugo, really, rather. Next game in Serie A for Flamengo is match up with Vasco da Gama. Currently down in 10th position, so not an easy one. They don't concede many, don't score many. Be a tough one. And Grêmio away. We're 11th, level with 16 points with Vasco, so they're the two next games they've got. Again at home, Grêmio away. It comes across, 3-0. Oh yes, that was delightful. And this time it's a goal for Georgian de Arrascaeta. And this game looks as good as done. And a third goal means that Atletico Mineiro will sink into the bottom three. It's been a delightful first half for Flamengo. Georgian de Arrascaeta makes it 3-0. Game over. And warning sign sent to Palmeiras that Flamengo, pre-season title favourites, really do mean business here. They are flying at the moment. It's great play to get into the box from Plata, who's causing all sorts of problems. The back heel, the cross by Valera, the rise that he got in front of the defender. It wasn't great defending. He's not the biggest in the world, Georgian de Arrascaeta, and he gets up and he heads home powerfully. And that is now Atletico Mineiro, who trail here by 3-0. Flamengo's goal scorers, Pedro, Plata and de Arrascaeta. A horrible first half when you think that at 1-0 they hit the underside of the crossbar and it bounced down off the line. It could have easily gone in off a defender who somehow stayed out. But in 30 seconds it was 2-0. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck, and they haven't had any tonight. Mineiro. If they are to stand any chance here, they could really do with a goal before half-time. Yellow card. An unnecessary yellow card for Samuel Lino, and he's been told that in no uncertain times by the experienced midfielder Jorginho. Turns around and said, look, we're 3-0 up, why are you picking up a yellow card in a game like this? We're 3-0 up, we're in control, just keep your head. Well, the Mineiro fans very, very disappointed with their side's first half showing. 3-0 down, it's pretty much game over. into the penalty area. It's headed away forcefully by Leo Pereira. Cross will now come in from Nathaniel. Cuts inside, hangs it high. Good delivery to the far post. It's a header that's almost on sight from Vitor Hugo, but it flops down into the arms of the referee, who has blown for half-time. So a great half as far as Flamengo are concerned. And with Fluminense drawing with Chapecoense at half-time 0-0. I think he'd be going much better. Goals from Pedro Plata and Diaz Gata have them in control. They're 3-0 up here at half-time. Mineiro 0, Flamengo 3. Second half is just around the corner for you. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back for our audio commentary coverage this second half. Atletico Mineiro 3-0 down at half-time, and they are making a change at half-time as well. They're going to bring on Alan Minda for this second half. Confirm who's gone off. I didn't see the board just now, down below. So the second half is now underway. It's been a one-sided contest. They've taken their chances very well. Mineiro not helped by the fact that one piece of luck they needed didn't go their way. Hit the underside of the bar, it came back off the line and didn't quite cross the line. Could have easily been defended by the defender on the line, but it wasn't. It's a result that will dump Atletico into the relegation zone. It will also propel Flamengo to within 6 points with a game in hand on Palmeiras, who have just gone and won tonight. Single goal victory for them away at Bragantino, which is not an easy place to go at the best of times. It's a free kick to Mineiro. They've got to come out all guns blazing in this second half, that's for sure. Bowled out from the back by Rossi. Linda has come on and he's replaced Franco Palma. Also off is Rivera and Minda Garcia, and Perez is on as well. So Thomas Perez and Alan Minda on to try and freshen up this Atletico Mineiro lineup. And Perez's first involvement is to crush into a tackle, which has earned him an almost instant yellow card. Flying into Samuel Lino. Was it Samuel Lino? It wasn't Samuel Lino actually, it was Gonzalo Plata, the scorer of that brilliant second goal. A yellow card for Perez, which has left Plata on the ground still. The medics are dealing with Plata. And just remind you that this is a game of huge significance at both ends of the table. And Mineiro sinking into the bottom four as things stand. They'll need to avoid a defeat by more than 2 goals to stay above Santos and out of the relegation zone. Of course, nothing is decided today. It's still very early in the season. I'm sure it's something that they're going to be too concerned about, but you always psychologically want to stay out of that relegation zone. Nicely done by Georgiende Alascaita. Perez did pick up a yellow card as a result of that challenge on Plata. Flamengo, who could try and splice forward and the ball through the middle, and there was a foul there, and it's gone the other way. I think the flag was up. That might just be the saviour for Ruan. There's on a yellow. Lino on a yellow are out there as well. They're the only two. That could have potentially been a red card check, but the flag was up, and that's probably saved Ruan, who brought down Pedro after a great through ball from Georgie Ende Arrascaeta. They are warming up substitutes. Home side, it's still Fluminense 0, Chapecoense 0. The second half. Some captains are being explained what's going on, but the referee is listening to VAR at the moment. Is it a red card offence? It's been cleared because it was offside. I think they're just checking the offside was offside. A long clearance forward from Everson, the goalkeeper. A couple of decent saves in the first half as well as conceding 3. That's how potent Flamengo have been. 6 minutes in the second half. Back again to Everson. Shifts onto his right foot, and it's a ball out to the right hand side. Not a particularly good ball from Nathaniel. He's had to sprint back to get to it. This is Diasqueta. Scored the third goal with a header. A rare header for the diminutive attacking midfielder. He's happy to go backwards on this occasion to Pereira. The Arrascaeta again. Wide by Everton and Rocco. On the right hand side is Guillermo Ferreira. Now it's to the left. Alex Sandro. Inside by Lino. So run from the far side from Plata. Forgot to control it. Cleared away by Corey Pascini. One back again. On his way back by Guillermo Ferreira. Back to the halfway line. This is Leo Pereira. Moving it. Pereira going to Ortiz, and Ortiz will square it to Jorginho, who's joining the back line at the moment. It's being chased by Matteo Cassiera. They still have it to Flamengo down to the left hand side. Samuel Lino to Alex Sandro. Pereira. Well, back in the midfield though for Thomas Perez, and now they can break away. If they can get one goal back, who knows where it could take them. They need to score the next goal in this contest to stand absolutely any chance. Down the left hand side, Hugo finding Coelho. Coelho checking back again. Needs a cross, but they're not prepared to let it in that easily. Good defending by the winger Gonzalo Plata back there, adding numbers to the back line. Maycon and played out wide sensibly by Pascini. It's pulled back to the edge of the penalty area, and Perez hangs it up. It's brought down quickly by Nathaniel, but his pulled back goes straight to Lino, who plays his Jorginho. First time pass for him. And to Alexandro, clears down the line, stepping across to knock it back to his goalkeeper is Ruan. Now we talk Hugo for Atletico Mineiro inside his own half. Back to Corey Pascini in the left back position. Out wide to Thomas Coelho. Comes inside, finding Maycon. Ruan keeps it moving. On the right hand side, Minda. On the overlap is Nathaniel, pulls it across, cleared away by Everton and Rocco. Once again, plays that holding midfield role so well. Until Hugo. This is Ruan. 10 minutes into the second half. Bit of a dead rubber, this one, at the moment. It needs a little bit of life brought into it, and perhaps one goal from Maniero might just make all the difference. So, the ball switched out to this near side. See Nathaniel checking back, lifted into the penalty area by Maycom. The referee deems there to be a foul on the far side. Thomas Coelho uses his hand. Yes, it bounces up and hits the player on the hand. It's a handball. Perhaps dropping into the bottom four might be the wake-up call that Maniero need. From match day one, they knew that they were going to be a long way short of the best teams in this division. The financial clout, the likes like Palmeiras and their opponents today, Flamengo, are frightening. It's the ball is pulled back and they're queued up. There could be a chance, and it's played over the top of the crossbar from Thomas Coelho. Really clever play by Alan Minder to pull it back. He weaves his way into the penalty area, pulls it back across the 18-yard line. It's out of the reach of Cassiera, but it falls nicely, and it's a high shot over the bar by Thomas Coelho. Did take a slight deflection. It will be a corner. Leo Pereira is currently down injured for Flamengo, which will delay the taking of this corner. Back on his feet, Pereira, hobbling slightly, but he'll be allowed to carry on because he's had no treatment. A weaving run down the right-hand side from Minder. He's made a difference since he's come on. His deliveries have been good. Another good delivery here. It's deflected behind the shot from Victor Hugo, and it's off of Rossi for a corner. And this is the most threatening they've been all evening so far. Maniero, they've got themselves a corner. Getting themselves a fighting chance here with a bit more bite in this second half, Maniero. And I think the Minder-Perez introduction gives him a little bit more significance. And on the outside and getting the cross in is Perez. A bit too strong the cross, but it will come all the way through to Nathaniel. Goes on the outside. That's a trip on Alexandro, and that will be a free kick to Flamengo. Can ease the pressure for now at least. Injury for Leo Pereira has not cleared itself, and it's a painful one, and it looks like the defender is going to need some treatment now. He's going to clear the pitch. There's Leo Pereira. It seems to be a left knee problem. referee on this near side has asked him just to clear the pitch. He's standing on the line in the way of the assistant referee. It's common sense to get off the field, not stand on the line. So we're back underway as the ball is forced forward by Thomas Perez. He's given him a bit more fight in that midfield, Perez, for sure. And alongside Alaminda, who looked much, much better. And he's come on down this right-hand side. So Perez again. Back to Ruan and inside to Victor Hugo. Back again to Ruan. Well, they're keeping the ball well here, but they're inside their own half. They're 3-0 down at home. And the crowd are urging them to try and at least put some pressure on inside the opposition half. He's playing all on his own at the back at the moment, Leo Ortiz. He's lost Leo Pereira, who's still getting some treatment on this near side, so still down to 10 men. And across the line from Hugo at the back and given away. This is Georgie Ende Arrascaeta. Jorginho gives it to Guillermo Valera. Right out wide. He's back on the field now, Pereira. Seems to be okay for now at least. Seems to be able to run on that knee. Wide to the right for Valeri again. In comes a cross from Valeri. No one really in there. It will come all the way through to Linu. Pereira. Out wide again. What can Linu do? Finds De Arrascaeta, who scoops it over the top. It's a real chance. It could have and should have been 4. It was good goalkeeping to close out Pedro from Everson. Pedro nearly got around it. Clever play again by De Arrascaeta. The weight of the chip over the top was brilliant. As he goes through, can't quite beat the goalkeeper to it. He came off the striker last. He opened the score inside the opening 10 minutes of the first half. And, Pedro. And there are 2 strikers. Flamengo on the edge of the 18-yard box, ready to pounce for this goalkeeper if they do play it short. It's encouraged them to go long, and by going long, they kind of hand it back to Flamengo. It's very good, clever approach play that from Flamengo. But they've worked their way around the press here. With Mineiro. On the left-hand side of Victor Hugo. Just past the hour mark. Half an hour to go. 28 minutes to go, in fact. Nathaniel goes back to Ruan in the centre of the defence, but it gives a little bit too much time to Pedro to nick it back off of him. Jorginho beaten to it by Macon. Macon flicks it up in the air. It's lost by Nathaniel. Scampering back is Ruan to leave it for his goalkeeper. Everson, who comes off his line and bowls it over arm out to Hugo on the left-hand side. Vitor Hugo up to the halfway line. It's a good pass, actually, to find Thomas Perez. Macon again to Coelho. Corai Pascini. Sends it back out wide again. This is Coelho. Can he get the cross in? No. Can Pascini get the cross in? No. He comes inside. Macon, Pascini again. Resisting the temptation to try and get the ball forward. They've worked their way to the edge of the box. Could be a shooting opportunity. He wanted to touch too many. Did Alaminda, and that's enabled the home side to waste the opportunity to get the shot in, but it is still with them. The cross coming in from Nathaniel. Deflected away for a throw-in to Meniero on this near side. And certainly Meniero, with his 2 substitutions made at half-time, Pires and Minda coming on, are much better. Here's a through ball forward by Victor Hugo to the left-hand side. It's played in. It's a smashing stop by the goalkeeper. How did that not go in? Well, he's got down, he's pushed it against the post, and he's grabbed the rebound. And twice the woodwork has come to the aid of Meniero. And they're 3-0 down at home, but they've had 2 chances that have been denied to them by the woodwork. And that's a good touch from Pedro. Last time they hit the woodwork, went straight down the other end. Flamengo scored. Well, that was a chance for Macon. And his shot was tipped against the post by the goalkeeper and then grabbed the loose ball away to his left. Eduardo Dominguez's side have certainly been much better in the second half, and I feel a little sorry for them that they've not gone and got that goal that they deserve, perhaps given that they've hit the underside of the bar and the post as well. A little slip towards goal from Alan Minda, in fact. Hits it first time. Great save by the goalkeeper, tips it against the post. It curls away, hits the post, comes back out, and the goalkeeper reacts quick enough to get there ahead of everyone else. So, with the clock ticking, Meniero trailing here 3-0. And it means that they will drop into the relegation zone unless they can find a goal. 2-goal cushion won't be enough to drag them into the bottom 4. 3-goal cushion or more will. Doesn't really matter too much for Flamengo. They are staying second, 6 behind Palmeiras, who won earlier on today. They've got a game in hand. Defended in numbers, they've defended stoutly of Flamengo. They are in reasonably good order as well. Last of 3 title successes for Flamengo came in 2021. The previous was 50 years earlier in 1971, so that was a big gap of 50 years, and a big club like Flamengo, you can't believe it's taken them that long to grab hold of the title. They want another one. Looks like they're going to give Palmeiras a run in a 2-horse race unless Fluminense can start turning up the heat, or maybe Sao Paulo. Fluminense have taken the lead in the Maracanã. This ball is down towards his own goal line, wide of the mark, and Pereira puts it out for it. For a throw. Over the corner, here come Flamengo towards the penalty area. 3-0 they lead here against Atletico-Mineiro. Looking like a formality at this moment in time. 3-0. Now midway through the second half. Pascini on the left-hand side, just carefully plays it inside. This is Victor Hugo. A lot deeper now. And with Macon and Perez, they've closed out that midfield a bit more, with him going much deeper rather than playing up alongside Cassiera. They've tried desperately hard to make sure that Cassiera isn't left isolated on his own. They've succeeded in doing so. Nathaniel is curled into the penalty area, flying header away from Leo Waters, the delivery was from Macon. Hold up play by Pedro, out wide to Linu. It's with the former Arsenal and Chelsea man, Jorginho, the Italian international. Here he is again. Edging forward, wants some support, rolls it forward. Neatly held up by Gonzalo Plato, who's playing down the middle at the moment. On the right-hand side is Valera. He's not being used. That's a good turn from Everton and Rocco. Through the middle, Pedro tries to turn, almost successful in laying it off to Plata, but it's cleared away. A blast down the middle, it's gone all the way through. Goalkeeper for Flamengo, Augustin Rossi, comes all the way to the edge of his box, the 30-year-old Argentine, former Boca Juniors man. Leo Waters, former Bragantino man, 30-year-old Leo Waters, wide by Pereira. Sandro back again to Pereira on the halfway line for Flamengo. We lead here by 3-0. They led at 3-0 at half-time. Arrascaeta's head up just before half-time, securing them a really good cushion. After goals from Pedro and a wonderful solo effort from Plata. It's been one back Jorginho and Arrascaeta. Jorginho swivels, plays it through. It's a lovely pirouette from Jorginho, but there was no one there. Pedro wasn't there, he was on the other side. It's a shame. It's the only ball he could have played, Jorginho. There's an injury to one of the Mineiro players. He's gone down with a left calf injury. We are going to see a couple of changes. Samuel Lino on that yellow card, he's going to come off, and a Rocco is coming on for him. We're also going to see the departure of Jorginho. So Jorginho's evening appears to be done. His replacement will be Sale Naigis. So Lino off and Jorginho off. Sale Naigis is on. So we'll sit in that middle of midfield. I think they've done the job here. Couple of changes coming up from the home side. Looks like Scarpa's going to come on. He's going to replace Maicon. Scarpa is a 32-year-old former Nottingham Forest player briefly. Palmeiras as well. Might want to do his old club a favour tonight, but it's going to be one heck of a comeback. With, just 17 minutes to go. Back underway again after all those substitutions. We'll try and keep abreast of it all. Coelho and Andrade came off. Furtado Scarpa, as we mentioned, coming on. Pereira Rodriguez is the other player coming on. Scarpa and Rodriguez. Dudu, as he's well known. Dudu will go down the left wing. Scarpa will join Perez in a midfield too, and Linda on the right. Seems a much better fit than the team they started with. They made 4 changes at the beginning of this game, and it's not really worked for Raniero. Much better in the second half. Twice in this game, denied by the frame of the goal. It's brought out from the back by Maegis. Referee's pulled it up for a foul on, well, it looked like a foul on Georgiende Arrascaeta. Indeed it was. He was fouled by Thomas Perez, who needs to tread carefully. First thing he did when he came on as a sub at half time, first action that he got in the second half was to commit a foul and pick up a yellow card. So he is treading on eggshells. He needs to be careful. Free kick then to Raniero down the left-hand side. It's a chance to get forward for Dudu. First action that he's had on the left-hand side, Dudu. Very intelligent play from him to just sidestep his marker. 34-year-old former Cruzeiro Palmeiras player, Dudu. Can't get the cross in on this occasion. Takes the deflection off his own player. The player being Cassiera. On the swivel. And, over the top by Scarpa. Scarpa curling one, but too high. So here, once again, Flamengo out wide on the far side. Varela. He's got a licence to get forward. Full back. Skater. Laid off by Orocco. Here's Orocco again on the left-hand side. Back inside to Sail Maegis. Varela. Pereira gets it wide. Seems to have shaken off the injury he had about 10 minutes ago. Pereira. Stringing the passes together here. They're in control. Flamengo, they've been in control since the early stages of this game. In fact, the first minute they were dominating the ball. Scarpa has given away a free kick, so Flamengo taking their time with these passages of play. When the ball is dead, they will run the clock down as best they can. We've got about 13 minutes to go. As every minute passes, so the likelihoods of a Raniero comeback become less and less likely. It's been fairly unlikely since a very early stage, to be honest. Inside from the left-hand side is Victor Hugo. Over to the left now. There's Chini. He's done well, the teenager, coming in and filling in ably at left-back. Cross was by Nathaniel. It's charged down by Alex Sandro and out for a throw. Throw-in is taken quickly. Scarpa. Intelligent pass from Scarpa. Played out wide by Dudu. Can Dudu get the cross in? He can't. He's played it inside to Victor Hugo. Back to Dudu again on the left-hand side. Cuts inside, into the penalty area, cut out by Leo Waters. Headed away again by Scarpa, who seems to be everywhere. Scarpa gets a cross in, this time headed away by Ortiz. Top of the back by Ruan. Just over 10 minutes to go. Scarpa once more, fellow substitute Dudu back inside. To Hugo, hangs one up, but it's far too close to the goalkeeper, and he just palms it down to the ground, picks it up. He's got all the time in the world as Agustin Rossi, who, well, he's not been redundant tonight, despite the fact he's still got his clean sheet in his side lead by 3-0 away from home. So to flip one onto the post. A couple of saves to make. They really have to exert themselves beyond a low gear. The goalkeeper has to keep on his toes on a couple of occasions. Great save really to tip it onto the post. Earlier on in the second half was an excellent save off of Minda. Right. Into Perez, back out wide now to Minda. Pulls it back across, this is Hugo. He leaves it there, Hugo, and tipped around the post by Rossi. Well, that was a curling effort. Hugo teeing it up for Scarpa. I thought he got a touch, the goalkeeper. I don't think he did, actually. I thought he took a touch off of him. I think it took a touch off the little advertising board that is propped up behind the goals, a little triangular board, and it hit that board, and it looked as if it hit the goalkeeper, because that's blue as well as the goalkeeper, but it wasn't the goalkeeper, it was the advertising board. But in real time, you see why I thought it was a save in a corner, but it wasn't actually anywhere near the goalkeeper. Decent hit by Scarpa. The players that have come on, and Henrique has just come on for Flamengo, and also Ayrton Lewis. So 2 changes for Flamengo as we head into the final stages of this game. 8 minutes to go. The players that have come on: Scarpa, Perez, Minda, Dudu. You have to say all 4 of them across that midfield. That is their midfield. They've changed all 4 of them. They're the 4 changes, and it's made a lot of difference. Midfield has been far, far better with the fresh faces that have come on. One by Perez, glances a header down the line, straight out for a throw into Flamengo. Again, it's game management, taking your time. Clean sheet is more important than the 4th goal in the eyes of their coach, Jose Nuno Jardim. A long way out of his penalty area is Everson, and they will go again down the left-hand side. Georgie Ende Arascata is the player that's come off for Pinto, by the way. It's a nice turn to Morocco. Silva off. Replaced, and the ball is put into the penalty area, and there he is again. Pedro makes it 4-0, takes a bow to the home fans, kisses the badge. Not sure that goes down particularly well with the Mineiro fans. It's been a horrible night for them. It's 4-0, and it's another goal for Pedro. Simple, really. He's the goal poacher supreme in situations like that. Ball reversed into the penalty area. It's just onside. And the pull back means the simplest of tap-ins. That's all he's had to do tonight. 2 tap-ins. Buries it into the back of the net. And 2 goals for Pedro makes it 4-0. He's the hero. There's a yellow card for Valera a few moments ago as well. Yeah, just checking, just making sure. I'm happy. I think he's onside. Don't think they're going to overturn this one, I'm afraid. It's 4-0 here. It's been a horrible night for Mineiro, who are going to sink into the bottom 4 after conceding 4. Pedro waits. Well, ahead of tonight's game, Pedro had 5 league goals and 2 goals in the cup competitions. He's taken his tally in all competitions now to 9. That goal does stand, and they celebrate once again on the touchline because it is a comprehensive away victory, a statement victory for Flamengo. Anyone putting this year's Serie A title race down as a one-horse race might want to think again. They're cranking up the pressure here at Flamengo. Palmeiras had better watch out because they're not really exerting themselves tonight. They have crushed Mineiro, who look in a pitiful state at the moment and are sinking into a relegation mire. But it's a title race that Flamengo are preparing themselves for. And with a goal scorer like Pedro, anything's possible. He just knows where that net is. Over 100 goals for the club, and the 28-year-old just keeps on scoring. Tap in after tap in after tap in. It's not about the finish. It's about being in the right place at the exact time. Mineiro have hit the other side of the post. They've had a shot tipped onto the post as well. The other side of the bar, not the post, behind. So twice the woodworkers denied them. They will feel that they've done enough in this second half to merit a goal, if nothing else. Having hit the frame of the goal twice, you couldn't really argue with that. This is a run forward by Scarpa, who's actually done well since he's come on. It goes to the return for Perez. Still Scarpa. 4 minutes to go. Will definitely be in the relegation zone tonight, that's for sure. No doubt about that now. Arena Amarvari was never full tonight. It's emptying out rapidly now. The home fans have seen enough. And the only pocket of well-populated supporting areas around this ground are the away fans in the corner. And for the Flamengo travelling army, such a well-supported club, they are on their way to a fantastic away win. There you go. Are edging forward, looking for 5 at the moment, but they're taking their time with it. Morelli back to Ortiz. Cross now to Araujo. Sends it wide. It's a poor first touch, really, from Araujo. 2 Araucos out there, Everton Araujo and Luis Araujo. Combined there, but not to great effect. Here is Luis Araujo heading forward, gets it wide to the near side. Pedro hangs it up. It's just a bit too high for Plata. He's got the sight of that 4th goal, the VAR lines, and he was clearly being played onside by the arm of the defender. And the big 2 clubs in Brazil in terms of support are Flamengo in Rio and Corinthians in Sao Paulo. 26% of the national preference say support Flamengo. That's 42 to 47 million fans in Brazil alone. The most beloved is their known, O Mais Querido. Mineiro are rated as the 8th biggest club in the national rankings, 2026 data in Brazil. They are well supported, Grêmio, but not on the same scale as Flamengo. Fabulous stadium they've got here. This is not a stadium that deserves to be hosting second-tier football next season, but that could well be the case unless they buck their ideas up. Town has come on for Flamengo as well. He'll go into the back line. He's come on for Pereira. He's got that, Leo Pereira's got that knock. Interception by Plata, but it's won back by Mineiro into the penalty area. Held up well, shot comes in, and it's a deflection from Victor Hugo's shot, and dropping down onto it was goalkeeper Augustin Rossi, and his clean sheet for Flamengo still alive. And here come Mineiro again, Netanya. Might be a shot here from Scarpa, tries to curl it. It was always bending well wide of the frame of the goal, and it's behind for a goal kick. It's been a tricky old evening for Mineiro. We have entered the first minute of added time. And the sooner the final whistle comes, really, as far as Mineiro are concerned, the better. They just want to get off and take the positives from this game. They were actually much better in the second half. They've looked much livelier going forward for me. Their destination is going to be defined in games against teams in and around them and down in the bottom half of the table, when they're outclassed by classy opponents like Flamengo. That's when you get the feeling that, yes, they could go down, but they're not going to play against this type of quality week in, week out. And I've seen enough here from this Mineiro side tonight to suggest that they are more than capable of staying up. As a shot comes in from Dudu, and it takes a deflection. And it is a corner. Corner was whipped in. No one really in there. It's easy for Plata. Away to the right-hand side. Scored that fabulous goal in the first half. On the overlap is Varela. It's hung in. It's a free header. Down it goes. It's a place shot, and it clips the outside of the post on its way to goal from Everton Araujo. It was unlucky. Everton Araujo's shot just off the outside of the frame of the goal. It's the third time in this game the frame of the goal has come to use. It was the outside this time rather than the underside of the bar in the first half, as it was for Mineiro. Rocco, who's yet to score in Serie A this season, just has one cup goal to his name. Clearance upfield, and with it the referee blows his final whistle. Well, 2 goals for Pedro, as well as a wonder stroke from Plata, and one also for Jorge Ende Arrascaeta, a rare header from him, the Uruguayan, and it's been comfortable. They hit the post and they hit the bar, and they were a little unlucky at times, but they were, for the most part, completely overrun. Mineiro drop into the relegation zone. Flamengo keep the pressure up on Palmeiras at the summit. of Serie A. Final score here at the Arena Imave. It's finished Mineiro 0, Flamengo 4.